I'm gonna go over like the NCAA tournament bracket for Division One women's tennis now that has been released. In the first two rounds, first and second rounds would be on May 6th. The first round or second round like May 6th, 5th or 6th. Then the following round is May 17th. Then semifinals May 19th. Championship May 20th. By the way. But first, I'm going to start with the 1 seed North Carolina and work myself away clockwards on that bracket. North Carolina takes on Charleston Southern in the first round. Who they take on the second round? Potentially Old Dominion or South Carolina. The 16th seed Florida host North Florida in the first round. They get either Georgia Tech or Florida UCF. That could be a dangerous match in the second round, but not. It's not as bad as it could be, but still. The 9th seed Pepperdine hosts Grand Canyon first round. But to take on the winner of the UNLV's USC match, if Pepperdine plays USC, it could be a little dicey, but I think Pepperdine should still win. And Pepperdine's not a top 8 seed because Loyola Marymount defeated San Diego. Didn't get enough points. I mean, now the 8th seed Texas, the two-time defending champs, take on Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the first round. They take on the winner of Cal San Diego, which that is going to be possibly a little bit of a dangerous match for Texas, but I think Texas gets through. But you never know. Now, the 3 seed NC State takes on South Carolina State. Then they take on the winner of Charlotte and Kansas, which Kansas could be a little bit dangerous, but I would think NC State with Diana Schneider at the 1 spot in singles and doubles, they should get through. And North Carolina has to be very, very happy that they're not going to have deal with NC State on the same side of the bracket. Because remember, NC State defeated North Carolina in the ACC title match in a tournament. So now the 14 seed Miami, Florida takes on Boston University. They take on the winner of Auburn, Florida National University. That could be a tough second round match with Auburn. They kind of blew their chances late to be a host site, so that's kind of a dangerous match. The 11th seed Iowa State, with the best season in program history, takes on Drake. Then they take on the winner of the LSU-Wisconsin match, which, if it's Wisconsin versus Iowa State, that could be interesting. But I think Iowa State gets through because Wisconsin is not necessarily an outdoor team, but you never know. I mean, now the 6th seed Duke takes on William & Mary in the first round. They take on the winner of UCLA and Texas Tech match. But if they play UCLA, that could be dangerous for Duke. So, the 7th seed Stanford takes on Weber State in the first round. In the second, they take on the winner of the Denver Oklahoma State match, which is going to be either way going to be tough for Stanford. But Stanford should get through, but you never know. The 10th seed Ohio State takes on Xavier in the first round. They take on the winner of the Vanderbilt ETSU match, which if they play Vanderbilt, that could be a little bit dangerous, but they cooled off since the beginning of the season. So I would think Ohio State gets through, but that's just besides me. To Sweet 16. The 15th seed Tennessee takes on Southeast Missouri State. Now in the second round, they take on either Wake Forest or Arizona State. But if Tennessee takes on Arizona State, watch out. I mean, now the 2 seed Texas A&M takes on Quinnipiac. They take on the winner of the SMU Baylor match. That's one of the better first round matches on the list, and Baylor actually beat them on Senior Day 4-1. I mean, though it was a lot closer, it felt like a lot closer than that, but that's besides the point. The 5 seed Michigan takes on Youngstown State. They take on the winner of the Ball State Notre Dame match. Notre Dame could be a little bit dangerous, but I think Michigan gets through. Now, the 12th seed Virginia takes on Long Island University. They take on the winner of the Princeton-Florida match. I think Virginia gets through, which could set up an intriguing Sweet 16 match. If that match is outdoors, I think Virginia could beat Michigan. Could, but I'm not positive. Now, the 13th seed Oklahoma takes on Hawaii. They take on the winner of the Arkansas-Washington match. But if Washington plays Oklahoma, that could be dangerous for Oklahoma. And we don't know which Oklahoma team is going to show up. Because there have been times that they didn't play like last year's team. And of course, Washington, they've just been on a little bit of down streak a little bit lately. They look good against UCLA, but prior to that, they lost 4 straight. So, yeah. Or for the last 6. Something like that. You get what I'm saying. I mean, the 4 seed Georgia takes on Florida A&M. They take on the winner of the Florida State-Illinois match. I wouldn't say this has as many potential upsets here in a draw-wise, but you never know. And the final site would be in Atlanta, Florida for the Elite Eight onward, including the individual championships, which I believe next year they're still going to have individual championships after the NCAA tournament for the team portion, but I know in 2025 they're not going to have it. But that's going to have to wait and see on that, because I could very well be wrong that it's going to be right afterwards, the team event, which thank goodness they're not going to have it right after the team event anymore, because players need rest. I mean, after playing, because it takes a toll on you if you're in a final and you're in a singles and or doubles tournament. You're going to be very, very exhausted physically. So, as you can tell, there could be some interesting Sweet 16 matches if they do occur here. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and see you guys later. 5 subscribers, we're on the road to it. Let's go.